Widać, w twoją stronę idzie na ten środek.
Widzę, no bo tu jest tych gór mało.
Zajmuje górę na Miralsby.
Hi, mate.
Hello.
So, by any chance, is my microphone okay?
It's perfect.
It's perfect. Okay. I'm in a different setup than usual, so just wanted to check. How's your tooth or teeth or whatever?
I mean, it's fine now, but it was fucking horrible.
Oh, I can imagine.
Jeez, it's like, why do people have wisdom teeth? I don't get it. They serve no purpose, right?
I don't think so, yes. Just to be pulled out if they make trouble.
So they agreed to play Romans, everyone. Okay.
Yes, looks like it. I'm a bit nervous. It's my first Settlers 3 game to commentate.
No, it's gonna be fine.
Thanks, by the way, for letting me do it.
No problem, no problem. It's better to like be with someone because there's not much going on throughout the game, especially at the beginning. Not much to talk about, I guess.
Probably. I mean, I just checked the rating, and it says rating 7 versus rating 3, so it's probably gonna be one-sided, but
Hey,
maybe there
no.
are surprises.
They're fairly new, as they said. I've never played with them, I think. Maybe captainhannes? Not sure.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think that's the beauty of Settlers 3, that you can, like, even as a beginner, can like pull out some crazy rushes, and more often than not, it just works. So
I'm just checking the stream setup. Hope it's
Okay.
fine.
let's hope. It will start in 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, I mean, I started already, but there is still a delay,
Okay.
so we're not live.
Okay.
We will be.
Okay.
Have you done some practice games already?
Yes.
Activities?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
And that's when we
Stratford.
found out about the map generation thing. So I'm really happy with what JHMP did, and big shout out to him. for
Yeah.
making work.
Yeah, it's great now. It's like very random.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm also quite excited for my first game.
Who are you playing
Probably-
against?
Sorry?
Who are you playing against?
We're playing against, what are they called? Igelschnauze and Stein.
Oh, they're quite strong. I mean,
Yes, yes, yes.
I don't know how they work together, because I don't know if they're friends or anything, but
I'm not sure. I've played against Igelschnauze, but not against Stein, so we'll see.
I'd say they're around the same level.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be tense.
All depends on the strat. I'm not sure if they have something prepared.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah, we prepared some stuff.
Okay, interesting. Without delay, my... Okay.
So, here we go.
We're on.
Oh, wow, that's quite an interesting map already.
A very defensive setup.
Yeah.
Team on one side, and the other on the other side.
But I would say difficult positions, because you have to like share the space, and especially the upper person don't have too much.
It's fine. You can go to
That's fine.
the mirror, I guess. There's plenty of
Yeah,
stone,
cool.
so you don't need that much space, I guess.
Yeah.
I would love to play that map.
You're more the defensive type, or?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if I have a strat and I know what to do, then it's fine. But more often than not, it's just I prefer to play it slow.
Yeah. To be honest, I think I wouldn't be the biggest fan of this map.
Because you're more on the offensive side.
Yeah, I mean, I just think I don't have as much experience in the long play and in the grand scale. So my strength kind of lies in doing something unexpected and doing it fast, and yeah, probably cross positions, like very offensive. That would be great.
I'm adding teams so they're visible on the screen at all times.
I'm just noticing something strange. I think it's Zwerg, and he's doing a manual Pyre Street.
I do that as well, but I mean, out of habit, I guess, because they suck when you go too far. And I'm not really sure where is the when they start.
Hard to judge. Yes.
Like around tower length, I would say. They just slow down.
Yeah, exactly. It's like one diameter of the tower, and after that, to your closest building, they start getting slow.
You can switch the players now in the UI. That's great.
Yes. Does it do Fog of War? I never tried it. No, it doesn't. It's just like for the stats, right?
I mean, you can, as in replay, you can see everything.
Yeah.
The players. I'm not sure if you are heard on the stream, to be honest. Fuck me.
I don't know. Guess we'll find out in 5 minutes.
Let me check. Hold on.
Yeah, that's the beauty of Settlers 3, that you can, like, even as a beginner, can like pull out some crazy rushes and.
I think you are.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I mean, nice. Yeah, I hope. Okay. Okay, let's see what they're up against.
Okay.
Yellow is Building very concise forest. Not a good idea.
Oh yeah. 3 woodcutters. And where's the forester? Oh yeah, he doesn't have there's one forester, okay.
They're also building tower towards each other. I think he's gonna crush his teammate building and he's dead.
Oh, yes he did. That's unfortunate.
Showing lack of experience.
Yeah. But look who's yellow. Yellow is mclubbe, okay.
I'm not sure if they scouted where the enemies are. I mean, they probably suspect what they are, but I like to send early swordmen to just check out if they take mirror, for example.
Yes.
This stone is very juicy in the middle.
Captainhannes already lost a soldier, and one is chasing the blue guy. So I think they know at least where the enemies are. But they could probably do more scouting.
And also the number of woodcutters it's too many for one sawmill to handle. I mean, this is gonna be fine because he just will not have the trees to produce, but usually you would build like 2 woodcutters and 1 sawmill, and then build more sawmills when you add woodcutters. Oh, one is scouting already. Zwerg as a spy. I guess they weren't sure if they're actually new players or just smurfs.
Yeah.
Because that's a risky. We have another team that's also unknown to me. I forgot what the names were.
Okay.
It's like Polish guys are speculating whether that's someone playing is fake.
Okay, yeah.
I wonder.
I get why, but I mean, you shouldn't be more scared than of any known team, I guess. So.
I wonder what the Feuerkelch and Zwerg will do. Looks like they're playing standard. You could just rush and end the game quickly, but doesn't look like it. I wonder whose idea was to play Romans only.
Yeah.
Probably
I think I think the new guys they told their enemies that they would prefer Romans, and I think everyone just went with it. But I mean, I think it's a safe option for Feuer and Zwerg to go for kind of like just a solid build, solid mid and late game, because they will probably just outproduce the enemies massively.
Yeah, just attack when you have a convert or something.
Yeah.
End the game there.
Yeah.
Have you considered the amount of combat power you have on 2v2? Because it's I mean it's quite a bit, like 37. But then again, it's not good enough to make spear rushes or anything. I was wondering if it's worth making gold, for example, when you do early push.
I tried some stuff out, and I think like the important power spikes, if you go for swords, are like what is it? It's 3 gold bars, 12 gold bars, and 26 gold bars.
You have to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then making 3 gold bars, you're better off like throwing the like godly goods or something like that. But building just a mine and a goldsmither for a couple gold bars, that's a big investment, I think.
Yeah, it definitely is. But I think you need at least 3 gold bars. So you should maybe go for like one gift of God as a Roman, and pray for 3 gold bars or something. Because if you don't attack without any gold bars, then I think you're quite screwed with the 37 combat power. Because then your swords are doing uneven damage, so they can't really kill enemy spears, and then it's quite a shit show, I would say. But
oh yeah, that too. I forgot about the uneven thing.
Yeah. Maybe someone will prove me wrong. I'm not sure. Actually, I was kind of hoping that the new guys here, Hannes and mclubbe, would go for like some, I don't know, crazy one sawmill push or something like that, just to throw the enemies.
If I was a new guy, I would do something crazy, just
yeah, definitely.
to throw them off because they have a chance. I mean, in 2v2, you can use all your resources and do a crazy push, and you can succeed even versus a better players.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially if they don't expect it somehow. I wonder if they're still scouting. Yeah, Zwerg has a spy somewhere.
Yeah.
Red. Going to yellow. Rightfully so.
Spy going to yellow. Where is it? Ah, up here. Okay. Yeah. Oh wow, and yellow is going for a farm already.
Yeah, so is Foy. I mean, he's just leveling it, but I think he'll build them. He's going for the more greedy style, the 3 foresters. I personally don't like it in spots like this when you have lots of trees. You can cut. You can go 3 sawmills, but then build only 2 foresters at the beginning at least.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a small thing, but when you're overflowing logs,
3 wood is 3 wood for the forester, you know?
Yeah. At the beginning, that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
These spots are very good. I like them.
Yeah. Oh, guys are already writing in the chat. Flo is asking, go with all the beginner questions, Photor. Explain us the build orders. What should I explain? I don't know.
Big temple from yellow already. I wonder what's that for. Maybe he's gonna, boost his wineries or something.
Yes.
That forest is very unfortunate. He's building 2 more woodcutters, yellow that is. And he has only 1 forest.
Yeah,
that's never good.
They're all like facing a very weird direction, I would say.
I mean, I can live with that. After modernizations, you don't really need to place it perfectly. But then having correct proportions is just very important. So 1 forester for 2 woodcutters and then add a sawmill to that. He has enough stonecutters though, which is good, because red has only 2. And he's struggling already to build the second sawmill because of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. And first sawmill is already running full with wood.
Mm-hmm. So if you're an ever beginner, just make sure nothing overflows. So if you see that you have too many planks, you're doing something wrong. And if basically keeping a normal flow of buildings, that's the most important at the beginning. I wouldn't worry about building placement or anything like that. Just have everyone working at all times.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Although Zwerg is also having trouble with settlers. They're not carrying logs.
Oh boy, yeah.
He played 4 small houses. Okay, interesting. Going for the 5th. That's not very efficient, I would have to say.
Yeah. Does he have the space for a medium house?
I mean, I'm sure
he's leveling 1. Yes.
It's a very good spot, I think.
Yep.
Boy are also gonna run into some trouble with the stone. I mean, I would expect better of them, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like the 2 stone cuts at the bottom, they're gonna run out of stone very soon.
Oh, that's right. And he has 4 at the moment, but the 5th one is in building. Yeah, to get back, King Cat asks why the right team completely surrenders the middle. And I think it's probably both a lack of experience and that there isn't really a lot of important stuff in the middle, I would say.
Yeah, they don't value stone because they think they have enough close by. There's a shit ton of mountain north.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I would probably take it. I wouldn't fight for it if it cost me like building something else, but I'll take the stone that's close by.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, having more land gives you like, I don't know, more kind of a puffer in the fight. You can give up
that's
some
true.
space. You have more combat power.
The mountain close by is very resourceful for Zwerg.
Oh yes, it is.
Already a good a few mines of coal mines and a few iron mines.
Yes, it is.
Oh, he's finally building a medium house. Why are you going for the weaponsmith before the farm? I thought you would build the farm first.
Yeah, but to be honest, I think it's a good idea. Like, just play it safe, have some soldiers, and then you can't get surprised by a rush of the enemy team or something.
And just because he's quote-unquote safe doesn't mean he can't die. Like, if I were, trying to surprise someone, I would just go for the guy that's in the back. He's the least one to surprise, to expect it.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, Red is a bit of a trouble right now. He's not building anything, which is also, if you're new, you should all make sure you're always building something. If you see work is just standing there, that means they're wasting time.
Yep.
Oh yeah, as I expected, Yellow is using the priest to speed up his wineries.
Oh, that's quite cool. I've never seen a play like this. Like, only winery boost.
I mean, it happens on some maps when you don't really have that much, not a mountain, like a hill for the winery.
I mean, that's probably the way to reach the fastest level 2 as a Roman, right?
Oh yeah, and the first one is cheap. I mean, I wouldn't do it personally, but it's you can.
How much mana does it cost?
I'm not sure, but it's very cheap. Like it's
Very cheap.
5, I think.
Oh, cool. I think I use the spell on farms sometimes, but that's something you easily miss, and could be quite a niche strategy, I think.
Red is also going for small houses. I wonder if he's scouting Zwerg and doing the same. I mean, building 3, I mean, it's fine, especially early on, because you can have a lot of geologists and whatnot, or pioneers if you want to take land early. But then building more, I don't think that's worth it.
Yeah, of course, you should only do it as long as you speed up your production with it.
Yeah, early on. Or if you don't have space for that matter.
Yeah, sure. I think this tower from Red will just finish in time to secure some space and not lose the middle entirely. Good to see.
Probably realized that Zwerg is close by already.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Would have been nice if he crushed Zwerg's tower. But,
not quite.
Have it all.
Zwerg going for 5 small houses, 1 medium, and then a weaponsmith. And obviously a farm. Interesting build.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's what I mean, like, both Zwerg and Feuer, they build 3 foresters, and they have too many trees, I feel like, on their spots. Like, there's also straggle trees. You should cut them always, because you're opening up your space. You can build closer by, and then your shovelers, they don't have to walk as far.
And I mean, you can already see the logs stacking at Zwerg, for example.
Yeah. He has only 2 sawmills. Yeah, so that's quite. I think that's quite a big mistake for a player his caliber. I think.
Yeah.
If you go for 3 foresters, you definitely build a 3rd sawmill.
Yes. To be honest, I've never played with a fast 3rd sawmill, and
you have to build very close. Because if you you have to clamp your buildings together. Because if you don't, then you just you will overflow wood and materials because you don't have enough shovelers unless your spot is very flat, which rarely happens in random.
And I mean, you also need lots of stones, so you probably we just start with a lot of dense stones probably, so you can place all your stone cutters. Never done it, but I think I will try it sometime.
Zwerg has a few of the settlers got stuck by the house. You can, if you lower the number of workers, they will like unstuck, because one of them will walk away and they will put the resources down.
Ah, okay, I see. Is this like a usual thing to happen in the medium house?
It happens quite often. I'm not sure if it happens always, but it happens sometimes.
Okay.
Because there's a guy right there stuck between the guy carrying stone and the builder, and he can't get out.
I see. Okay.
I mean, now it's fine because he doesn't have anything else to build. But if there was anything else to build and they stopped building the house, they would walk away, right?
Oh, that would be problematic. Yeah, sure. But I mean, with modernization, you can just turn the hammer guys on the other buildings down and hope that one stays at the house. But so it's kind of annoying to do such micro.
I downloaded a soundtrack for Settlers 3 from YouTube, and there's one song, and it sounds like Silent Night, and it's playing right now. I'm not sure if that's like a Amazonian song, because I've never heard it in game.
Okay, interesting.
I don't know. It sounds like Silent Night, I just realized. Holy shit.
That's cool, okay.
Oh, yellow is playing the toolsmith first. Again, not a good idea, and the 2v2 especially. I mean, you have enough tools to build at least 2 weaponsmiths before that.
A lot, yes. I was just about to say, like, that the left guys, Zwerg and Feuer, already have like running weapon production, and the right team currently has nothing. I mean, they have some grain advantage maybe, but at the time that will play out, I think they're probably already dead.
I'm not sure. There should be a few guides on YouTube, right? Like there's a Nogger one, right? He recorded with someone. And I can't understand German, but he gives like a basic build order there, right?
Yes, definitely. Like the guides from Private PJ, like PVT PJ on YouTube, and it was kind of like a beginner tutorial from Noga to just do a like peacetime 60 build order, and it's really good. Like I learned everything I know, or let's say most of what I know from these videos.
So I guess these guys haven't watched it because they don't seem to be following it.
Yep. And I mean, what I like about Noga's advice is that he always like teaches to go for like a safe variant that has a soldier output. Like he doesn't say go for greed, go for farms, go for wineries, as many as you want, but he tells you do an early weaponsmith, and then you're firstly fine.
Yeah, that's smart. Well, I
Quite
mean,
good advice.
There's no use of grain if you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yellow is having trouble with wood because he built another like foresters, but it's just too close. They don't have space to plant trees.
And I mean, the second one came very late, I think, so trees are probably just starting to grow.
At this point, he should probably go for the straggler trees far out. Just change the working area of the woodcutters.
Yes.
Red is better at that. He left some space for the trees, and I think he's purposely planting them in front of the woodcutters.
Yep.
That's smart.
But I mean, red is also like building not enough. Like his saws are stacking.
Yeah, he's just not building fast enough.
Yeah.
I think he's lacking settlers too, because he could use more geologists to search that mountain quicker. He's got a farm already. And yeah, and to everyone new that's watching, with the modernizations, you don't need to change the working area of the farm. It's set perfectly at the beginning. Even if it is a bit of uneven ground, like in front of it, it's still fine. It's still better to leave it than have him go far like that, because he's wasting time walking when he could have already planted 3 or 4.
About what farm are you talking right now?
Red.
The red.
Red.
Yeah.
He switched the working area just slightly, but it's unnecessary right now.
I mean, he changed it to a very weird point, I would say.
I mean, he probably thought it's even there more than at the entrance.
Okay. I mean, to be honest, I like to change the point of the farms even with modernization, because I think like, here he can get some more fields planted and like just cover more area so the farmer can plant more grain. I don't know what's it called, but yeah, I wouldn't change it to such a point. I would change like always leave it somewhere in front of the door.
But I'm not sure how many. I think I counted it some time ago, but the grain farm can only work on like 13 or 15 grains. And if he can plant more, he just won't have time to harvest them. So, yeah.
Okay.
So, for example, sometimes what you can do is you can build a farm. Guy is planting, and he plants like 20 of them, and then you build another one, and this second farm can immediately start harvesting from the first one. So, like, none of the grains get wasted, and you get a few seconds advantage.
I mean, if you look at the top farm from yellow, I think he's able to plant way more than 13.
Yeah.
From like, I don't know, what is it, 10, 15, it's like 25 or something. Like, it covers a huge area.
Yeah, and like, I think our 10 will be wasted, because the guys just won't have time to harvest them. And I think Zwerg knows this idea, because he built one farm, and then he's building another one right above it. If he builds it fast enough, he will be able to harvest some of the grain.
Cool. That's quite cool. Like, how does the rotting mechanic work? I know how it's done in Settlers 4, but I've never seen it in action in S3. Is there just a fixed time and then they disappear?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
They're harvestable for some time, and then they go bad and disappear.
Because in S4 it's kind of random, so like the crops they stay out, and even if the farmer doesn't harvest them for some time, there's a high chance that he will harvest them later. So
okay. There's spears from Feuerkelch, and he went for level 2 spears first, I guess.
Yeah.
That's some of the north.
Yeah, I don't think he will be able to attack with them without combat power, but
yeah, I mean, there's quite a few of them, and the enemies, they don't really have much of anything.
Yeah, okay.
Zwerg recruits them.
They at all.
Yeah, but you're right. With the in a 2v2 situation, I think it's just better to make swords and bows. Archers and sword, they work better than just spears. Spears are more for like defense purposes.
Yep. Even for defense, I've talked to some guys, and they kind of talked me into that swords are also better for defense than spears in most scenarios.
How so?
Because if you're getting attacked, and let's say attacker has like more units, and he's coming in with like very low combat power, but he has more, then you want your little units to do as much damage as possible. And if you calculate it through, like your swords are doing like 14 damage to the opponent, and your spears are doing, I think, 4 or 5. Let's say 5, which is also half, like cut in half if the attacker also has spears. So I think if you like run the numbers, it's just better to have swords. But I'm
also thinking about, you may be right, but as you said, you need a few gold bars, right, to increase the combat power. So maybe if you don't, and then you also they stay like live up longer. So maybe you can wait for reinforcements. Like I'm thinking that way. You can wait for you can buy yourself a bit of time so that your ally can help you. And also, like, having thoughts, for example, in this situation, maybe not so much, but you can have a situation where there are two players. There's basically two 1v1s, one on the north side of the map and the other on south side of the map. And for example, if your enemy is making swords and you know you're getting attacked, you can also make swords yourself, so you're threatening attacking him instead if he goes, for example, for your ally, right?
Yep. And I mean, you have more mobility with the sword, so you can just like outmaneuver your opponent if they're using spears.
I wonder why Zwerg isn't recruiting. Is he waiting for level 3 already, or he doesn't have level 2 yet? I guess.
No.
There's only 3 working small temples. That's looks like a short game, very short game, because yellow still doesn't have a weaponsmith.
That's very dangerous playstyle. Like
he's still building small houses too.
Okay. Can you take a look at the binaries from Feuerkelch? Like the one right in the middle of his forest. Are they working fine in between those trees, or are they kind of handicapped?
I think
I
so.
think it's fine. Okay.
Maybe a little bit, but I think it matters in terms of output. I've never tested it though, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
But they're perfectly like the field is perfectly outside of the entrance, so that they're very efficient, I'd say.
Okay. Yeah.
Especially the one on the bottom left. That's like perfect binary.
Yeah. It looks quite good.
If you have all 3 perfectly placed, you can support 4 small temples. Just barely.
Oh wow.
Yeah, just barely.
Wow. Okay. Never seen that happen.
Zwerg is it's not building the big temple yet. Also, I mean, it doesn't need it versus the enemies they're playing, but it's quite a waiting. I mean, at around 32-minute mark, 33-minute mark, you have convert, and if you don't have the priest by that time, I think that's a mistake.
Yeah. It's probably a good timing for an opponent to attack. If they have a convert, then you can't use yours.
Unless you're playing 3 small temples, then you need 2 more minutes, I think.
Okay.
But if you're playing 4, then around 31, 33-minute mark, you should have a convert.
Okay. That's good to know, because I'm still quite unfamiliar with those numbers. I just like playing with my gut and kind of see when I have to convert, but I don't know the numbers. So.
I mean, it's just 10 soldiers, right? But it's like 20 because you're taking away 10 soldiers.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference early on.
And with those low soldier counts, it's insane. I would say.
Yep. Although we've been playing some practice games with our Polish guys, and we were wondering how the matchups are going to look like, depending on the races. And if it's Romans, like just say only Romans, it turns out like it's difficult to kill the other team if you rush. So the games tend to last longer, because once you go past the rushing time window, then you need a lot of time to make gold and all that stuff. And usually the game drags on. And also because the festering fear ability that lowers the attack of your enemy by half. I think that's what it's called.
Sure, yeah, that's
it's
also
a very good defensive spell. It makes it very difficult to attack.
And I mean, you need a lot of gold to win in the late game. So
yeah. So the games go over like an hour and a half very often. Whereas, for example, with Egyptians, they tend to end early. Same with Amazons. I mean, they can go over like an hour long, but then you get like, unless there's no gems on the map, obviously, but usually there is.
Yeah.
You get combat power quite quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Zwerg built the farm correctly, the second one, but he changed the working area to go up north, which is a mistake. If he placed it a bit lower, then he would be able to harvest off the farm on the bottom.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I think he's waiting for second level 2. I think they should. He has it already. I think they could attack right now. Still no big temple though, and still 2 sawmills. That's a bit of a blunder, I'd say.
Yep. Yeah, he definitely built too many woodcutters.
Yeah.
I mean, we also have Zebra here in the chat, and he kind of stated earlier that going for only two sawmills is a mistake anyway. I'm not so sure if I agree.
That's
I don't really...
If you go for 3, if you go for 3 and you're getting rushed, then I mean you're gonna die.
Yeah, probably. Like if it's a good rush, then you can be quite dead.
You can build third one, but after the weaponsmith, I would say, and after the farm.
Yeah.
And Zwerg is struggling with stones. Looks like interesting. Okay, so he exhausted the stone close by, and then he didn't build the additional ones. That's a common thing to run into.
His wood is kind of overseeding his stones.
So
actually, you know what I found out about like talking to many people, that most ZLS 3 players don't even look at the wood and stone statistics. Like for me, coming from ZLS 4, it's the most natural thing to like every minute check how many wood do I have, how many stone do I have, is everything in balance.
You mean just like visually, or are you looking for the actual stats? Because there's a production stat you can check.
Exactly. I like press A like every minute, and I also press like the C button every minute to check how many settlers I have. Like it's just the most natural thing to always look for this information. Like the numbers, how many wood do I have in my settlement, how many stone do I have.
Okay, interesting. I'm not checking how many I have. I'm checking the idle settlers. That's sure, like every 30 seconds or so. Because you don't want that number to go on to 0, but the stones and wood, I'm not really sure, because it's relative to how like big your economy is, right? If like at the early stages of the game, it will obviously be small numbers, but
I mean that's what most people told me, that like they don't even care about the numbers, they just look at the buildings and they see if everything is in balance. But for me, it's, I don't know, quite important. Like I check it all the time. And not even the absolute numbers that's relevant, but the balance. Like if I see that my wood is overtaking my stone, I have, I don't know, 16 wood and only 8 stones, then I know, oh boy, I fucked up. I definitely need to build more stone.
Ah, interesting. Okay, that makes sense, right? With Romans, okay, so with Romans that should be about even, but then with Asians you need a bit more wood. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Never thought about that. That's very interesting. I mean, I just go for visually, because I mean, maybe because Settlers 3 is like the graphics are a bit clearer, at least to me, and so you can tell like what's happening just by looking at it. And Settlers 4, it's sort of the graphics that don't seem to be as clear to me as 3. So maybe
it's kind of funny, because you know, when I first came to Settlers 3, it was quite the opposite. I didn't know shit that was going on in my settlement. I couldn't tell if there is buildings lying full. I couldn't tell if, I don't know, I have materials around, and it's just very hard to see. But once you adapt, then I think it's quite fine.
Okay, so it's just a matter of getting used to. Okay.
I think so, yes.
Oh yeah, Red is, again, he built 2 farms at the bottom and he switched the working area again. I mean, now I guess it's warranted, because he placed it a bit incorrectly, but they're just going too far. They're less efficient.
Yes.
I guess Zwerg is waiting for level 3 on the spears. Should have it in about 5 minutes, I think. he solved his stone issue almost. I think he built 2 to the north, 1 on the right bottom. He's low on coal. He's like the weaponsmith on the right doesn't have coal at all.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Let me just check the soldier numbers for all 4 players.
The foil is waiting for level 3, and the bows would have it in a bit sooner than Zwerg. Looks like.
But Fire is also the one with like by far the most soldiers. Like he's at 70, while all the other guys are like 30 to like 50 maybe.
He recruited early on just to be sure, I guess. I mean, they could just attack them. That would be a GG, I'd say, but
Yeah.
yellow making gold. And some soldiers, I guess. Yeah, making it bow archers. I'm not sure if he knows where the both enemies are, because he's staying at his country, whereas he should be sending it to red. To aid them in the north.
That's definitely true. Red is captainhannes, right? Yes. Okay, so he got some soldiers of his own, but left team has definitely more.
And on that note, like Hans built, for example, the toolsmith, and he's not making anything out of it. That's also quite a mistake. You want to build buildings that you actually need, and use them then. I
mean, to be fair, he did make some shovels and hammers, right? But they're not getting picked up, so he doesn't really use them.
I don't think he made shovels. Because he has 15 shovels and then no shovels lying on the ground.
Who are you talking about?
Hans, red.
Red. Okay, sorry, I was looking at yellow.
Oh yeah, yellow. I mean, yeah, he's using the toolsmith. I mean, it was unnecessary. It was too soon, but still, if you make it, just use it.
Yep.
Important rule. Okay, Zwerg is getting ready to recruit, I guess. Pulling. Oh, he's not even close though. 70% away. But it's also a good idea. For example, now that they don't take the stuff back on the market and they go back and forth, you can send the weapons by the barracks and have them recruited very, very quickly. And then you basically don't need 2 barracks early on because of it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Then you put pioneers as well, and you have very fast recruiting time.
I mean, you can even do it without manual pioneers. You can just build a house close to barracks and like set the numbers of settlers. Actually, I really like this feature. I use it quite a lot.
I mean, at the beginning it was kind of broken, I felt like, because what was happening is they were, for example, if there was a free settlers on the other side of the settlement, and then you set a house, and the house was pulling settlers to it. If there was ever a job available in the middle of the road of that settler, he wouldn't like take it. He would just go straight to the house, and that way I felt like I had like 10 or 15 less settlers because of it, because they were sort of wasting time going back and forth. Now it's, I think, a bit different. So yeah, but because it was broken at the beginning, I wasn't really using it. I'm still not really using it.
I mean, I still think if you're in lack of settlers, then this feature quite severely hurts you, because you're like pulling your settlers and blocking them, and they're not taking like goods to carry. They are rather just walking around and trying to stand in front of the house. But if you always check that you have enough settlers, then it's quite good to pull them back in the center of your settlement.
And also, I would like to point out what Zwerg and Feuerkelch are doing. That's very smart. You can see that Zwerg is only building now in the north.
Yes.
isn't building anything in the south. That's because he's doing that because then his shovelers and builders, they don't have to walk around. They basically spend less time walking, more time building. There's a small attack going on in the north.
Small. Oh yeah, alright, taking the tower. Okay. Not an important one, but nice to have.
It's starting
and the second one is...
Yeah. Starting to chip them one by one, I guess. The towers in the south are also unprotected. Oh, the yellow is coming down with reinforcements. He has a bit of gold, so he might be able to capture back the towers, providing Zwerg doesn't destroy them. So, I guess red is counter-attacking. Interesting. Okay. It's also good if you are if you want to attack to scout first, because I'm not sure. Like, I think red, he has no idea what's in here, so he's going in blind, and that's just not a good idea. And also, if you have an army, spread it along the front, so you protect all your towers, because all it takes is a few swordmen, and the tower is gone, especially if it's protecting important buildings.
That's true.
And also, going back to my point, the Feuerkelch is doing the same thing. Like, he's building very little on the right, only the essential buildings, and then he moved like majority of his builders and shovelers on the left.
Oh, that's true. And he has so many stuff predict. What the fuck?
Yeah, he built 3 additional shovels.
Okay, yeah.
And the spot is flat to begin with. So.
How many sawmills does he have? He's still on
There are
2 sawmills.
A bit of a mistake. I'll build 3, especially considering he has 3 foresters. Also, he built the foresters in the middle of the country, and like they don't really have place to plant trees because it's all like trampled.
That's true.
A bit of an attack going on in the middle. Yellow has a bit of gold, so they might be able to take this tower, unless Zwerg has a combat power. A bit of a mistake from, I think it was yellow. He threw the Festering Fear spell. It doesn't work on enemy land. It only works on ally land.
Yeah, I thought the left team threw the spell, but yeah, interesting. And they took the tower. Okay, nice.
Yeah, it's Festering Fear ability. I thought it worked on neutral land as well. It doesn't, it turns out. Only on allied.
I mean, it's kind of strange that the icon shows, but yeah, I mean, if you know it, then it's only logical.
The tower's taken, but it's doesn't really have any consequences to the left team.
Yeah, not really. But I mean, two bowmen, they keep shooting. That's something, but...
Zwerg is... he recruited level 2. I guess he was a bit scared of that attack. Holy well. He recruited all of his spears. Okay. It's his very late level 3. What happened? Like, one of his small temples is not working. He has 3 wineries. Yeah, but he has 3 wineries, but they're very inefficient. Like, the one on the top left, it's basically planting on the opposite side of the entrance, so it's very, very slow. The one on the top right is going also quite far.
Yes. And the bottom one is also like going around the building. It's like too good.
He could have built it a bit better.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that's also interesting to see. Like that it makes like such a big difference.
Yeah, it does.
Would you say that generally as a Roman it's good to go somewhat early into gold production?
The gold production? No, I wouldn't go for in a 2v2 unless I have pre-planned a push or something. Then sure, but other than that, I wouldn't go for early gold.
Like to be honest, I'm kind of a fan of like going for one early goldsmith. Like just like have it running and don't bother with it, and then it stacks already quite a lot of gold, and you don't have to invest later in many gold smelts to reach the same count.
I mean, in a team game, in a big team game, sure, but in a 2v2, I think that's quite risky because
Yeah, that's definitely.
you are losing, like you're losing fish and then coal.
But I mean, after the push timing, you're not really in danger if you're missing like one weaponsmith.
Yeah, then sure. Yeah, then sure.
Because then after like push timings, the first thing I would do is like have maybe one goldsmith running, maybe even for both players or something.
Yeah, that's
Because I
true.
think
Yeah.
in the long run, gold advantage can become quite important. And Zwerg hit tier 3 right now, but he didn't click it yet.
Yeah, he does. He recruited most of his spears though, but he saved a few 20.
Left a few. Yeah, and he just clicked tier 3 spears.
I guess the attack should be coming. They're not making gold though. Well, he threw
Yeah,
godly
that's
gifts.
what I'm curious about, because I think even with like a big tier 3 spear push, you can't do shit without gold. So
Yeah, especially spears. They really do a lot of damage, especially if enemies has spears.
I think you need at least like 59 combat power to make something happen with spears.
Because then they do only 1 damage to spear, I think.
Yes.
Foya
And-
built 2 gold mines, and building 2 gold smelters on the left
Okay.
side.
Yeah,
Quite
it's
late.
probably good timing. I like it.
But I hope they attack before that kicks in.
I mean, I can't see where, but I think Zwerg used 1 gift of God to
In the
Get
middle,
at
on the
least-
mountain,
go. On the mountain. Yes.
Yeah.
There they are.
I think he casted 3 or 2.
Yeah, looks like more.
But he still has a convert, so they can push with that, I think. The gold is inconsequential. It's only
I mean,
a
the
few bucks.
42 combat power. I'm not sure if it does anything to his level 2 bowman, but for the spears it doesn't make a difference. So
The team on the right lost this ground in the middle, but they don't seem to worry about that though.
yeah,
Although yellow is building a tower, I'm not sure if it's safe to build it there because he might destroy a house or 2 of his ally. It happened before, so
this tower. Yes. Yeah, but I think like the small house. I don't think it makes a big difference. Big difference if it's crushed.
Red is very committed to his small houses too,
Yep.
going for the 50. I don't know if he's worrying about space or something. He really should build medium ones and big ones too. Although with big ones, it's you gotta be very careful about building big houses because it takes a lot of time to finish them.
Yeah, to be honest, as a Roman, I'm not a big fan of big houses. I mean, as we can see, I think red is in lack of settlers.
Yeah, no surprise there.
Yep.
Although he only has 2 weaponsmiths and one is producing at all times, there's just no way you can have enough settlers on building small houses only.
That's true.
His ally got the idea though, he's building medium ones, even though he started with small ones too. He amassed quite a bit of gold, 61% already.
Yep. That's probably best advice for red to just go for medium houses after the first 3 small.
Yeah, because his forest is, I mean, alright. He has everything like stone, wood. He just doesn't have settlers.
Yep.
So I would change that if I were him.
Definitely.
Oh, he's also building the healer, and it's also a good idea to build it a bit farther back, because if it's right in the front, it's pulling your soldiers, and if there's ever a tower there, it's just disaster because they will get shoot from it.
What do you mean? Sorry, can you
The
say that again?
healer.
actually
building it
have
right
it,
at the
yep.
border is dangerous.
Yeah, that's true.
Feuer is producing gold full time now. He's a bit afraid of ships, I guess. He left a few soldiers back, but I'm afraid that wouldn't be enough. If I was there in that game, that tower would have been gone already.
Yeah, probably. Like, I mean, the right tower is covered by a priest, but the left one is
Yep.
kind of exposed.
Yep. And also, if the priest isn't hidden, he can also get converted.
Oh, yeah. Didn't think about that. Yeah, but yeah.
I remember one time I only sent the priest, and because the guy had swords and priest of his own by his own tower, I converted them and took the tower with his own soldiers. I was golden.
Nice move, nice move. By the way, do you think it's a good idea to crush the big temple after 2 priests?
I wouldn't do it. No, as a Roman, no, I would get like 3 or 4 at least, because they you can lose them in the fight. They can get converted or anything, unless you're unless you're like.
I don't even see the big value of crushing it at all. Like, I kind of like with every race to at least have 1 temple standing to get a constant resupply of priests, because I'm a big idiot and I always waste my priests in fights. So
Do you bind them? Because
yes, I do.
I know a lot of people don't. It's a very good idea. I don't bind my army. I bind the priests.
Yeah, I do the same. But still, like, I lose them anywhere. So
Yeah, true.
I want to keep 1 temple standing.
I mean,
And like, if you have then 5 priests or more, then you can like just put 1 at any tower, put 3 in the front, and you're safe everywhere.
yeah, that's true. But if I was rushing, for example, and I need the resources badly, then crushing it is obviously the right way to go. For example, when you're doing some sort of samurai sword rush with Asians, I would say I would crush the temples just to have extra resources for anything else. Yeah, but at this point in the game, no, I'll just keep it. Yeah, I'm surprised Zwerg isn't going for the towers at the bottom. He's known for scouting, so yeah, he knows they're there. He has a spy in the forest. He should send a few swords and just take it.
Definitely.
And Red is very committed.
Like, Feuerkelch isn't like storing his gold. Now he just activated it. Like, his smiths were running full, and now they carried away.
Maybe he didn't know how to use the market, because it's quite tricky. I know some people like
ancient numbers, right?
Yeah. He sent infinite number of of bows and then spears, so he might not be able to send gold. I mean, he is now because he doesn't have spears, but
exactly. And he put also like logs and iron ore on the market before. But now he changed it. Now it's working.
And maybe now Zwerg is moving a little bit. Hopefully, to attack. They have a huge advantage. He's sending swords north, hoping maybe there's a tower there to take it. They could have to go around the snow though in order to get any value there. Okay, I think they're grouping. I think the attack is about to happen. Oh, look at that! There, he has swords by yellow up north on the right in the mountain.
Yep.
Oh, he's gonna do some
and
serious
he
damage.
could easily take this tower.
Yep.
He probably also knows it's there, but maybe wants to strike at all fronts at once or something.
Okay, they're pushing up front, and he should be moving. Yep, he's moving up and north.
I mean, they just have such a big soldier advantage. Yep. They have tier 3 advantage. I think this is just it. But combat power doesn't look too good, I have to say.
Yeah, but I mean, there's just too much, and the convents and everything. That should be a GG.
Yeah, definitely.
As the Feuer is sending swordsmen on the bottom right. Also smart.
But like, if the soldier numbers would be even, then I think going in with 55 and 45 is not that that good of a.
Well, although Zwerg is about to capture yellow's gold, so I guess that's
Oh boy.
maybe a
Oh boy.
nice boost.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, well played on his part. Yes, he got the gold. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yep. Now it's 57. Oh, no,
67.
67.
Yes. Yeah, like all the tier 3 spears. This is kind of over. Okay, then they're already writing GG.
Yep.
I think this is it. I think it's a bit sad that the new guys didn't like try something crazier.
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah.
Maybe next time they go to the losers bracket.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Let's hope so.
Maybe they'll watch the replay of this game and they'll, or our cast, and they'll just go crazy next time. I hope so.
Yeah.
I guess that's the last tower.
Oh, yes. About that.
There's a bug, by the way. Look, I wrote a message and it looks like I'm Zwerg.
Same for me. Okay.
Yeah. I guess because he's the first player in the lobby, I have to report this as a bug because we were watching another game later, like earlier on, and it was the same thing.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, we can report that. And they're inviting the new guys to the casual lobbies. That's nice.
The stats show everything. The team one just had twice as many soldiers. They have less gold though.
Yeah. Then that's what I mean. Like yellow going for just one early gold smelt produced tons of gold, and they are still at advantage. So
yeah, Fire had 2. Yeah, but they were later on.
Yeah.
Okay, overall chill game.
Okay,
Good early start. Nothing crazy.
Next one will be in 2 days, right?
I think so, unless someone else
Okay, yeah.
registers that. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and thank you, Fota, for co-casting with me. Hopefully we can do this next time too.
I hope so too.
Bye
If you
bye.
need someone, just text me.